Only 2 years ago I used to be a weak, feminine, ugly piece of shit, and now I'm a strong, masculine alpha male. And today I'll tell you my story, the story of my transformation from a gay to a playboy. Make sure you watch this video to the fucking end because I'm sure you relate to my story a lot. Let's go, man. How school and my parents made me weak. I always loved my parents. I love them a lot. They have done everything possible to make me happy. And they used to do their best to make me happy. But unfortunately, they made some mistakes. Let's be real, bro. I'm very grateful for my parents. But in this video, I have to mention some of the mistakes they have committed which have made me weak. Which have made me weak for almost 18 years of my life. So first of all, they gave me everything I asked them for. So if, for example, if I wanted some toy, they always bought me that toy. Like I could literally ask them for everything. And if for some reason they didn't give me what I wanted, I was a good boy. I didn't cry, I didn't demand them to give me it because I just understood. If they didn't give me the thing, this is because they physically couldn't get it. And what has happened as a result of it? Now, not now, 2 years ago, when I started wanting girls, when I started wanting making some progress in life, like making money, making good relationship with friends, and getting girls, what happened is that I couldn't get it as easy as I was habituated to get things in my life. Because before that moment, before I was 16, 17 years old, I always would get everything I asked for. And now it was kinda a surprise for me that the things don't fall from the sky on you. You know what I mean, bro? I was kinda shocked, wow, you actually have to do something to get what you want. Because what I think my parents had to do instead of giving me everything I asked for, I think my parents had to challenge me. If you want that car, if you want that dinosaur toy, you have to do that thing. You have to, I don't know, you have to tidy your room, you have to make your bed. You know, bro, they had to give me what I asked for, but for doing something so that I actually deserve it. And for me, this was the first step to get from gay to being a man, is realizing that you actually have to gain things, and you shouldn't expect things falling on you from the sky. I know I reinvented the wheel, but a lot of motherfuckers who have 20, 30, 40 years old still don't understand it. And a lot of guys, I think, were raised by their parents to be weak. And the big mistake a lot of parents make is giving their children what they want, for nothing, for free. The second step for me to get from gay to a man was realizing that I shouldn't betray my values to please other people, even people I appreciate. So when I was at school, I had such kind of mentality that I believed that my greatest purpose of life is to be the best student, is to always please my teachers, and basically to be perfect and to never disappoint my teachers. I always used to sacrifice myself to please my teachers and to be the best student at school. Although, honestly, a lot of times those teachers were just motherfuckers, and I didn't really give a shit about those subjects. But this is what I did for 12 years of me studying at school. And only the last year of school I changed this mentality and I basically became a bad boy, started fucking girls, and I stopped giving a fuck about my teachers and my grades. But it was a long journey for me to get to that point and finally fucking realize that your grades mean fuck, and your relationship with your teachers don't matter at all. I don't say you have to not give a fuck at school at all. For some people, maybe for you as well, getting good grades might make sense. But what was the mistake I did? For me, the grades and being a good boy at school wasn't aligned to my values, and in my life it wouldn't help me at all. And the mistake I made was that instead of pursuing my goals, for example, pursuing the goal of building this YouTube channel, I would waste my time trying to get the highest grades possible at school. And if you're not a retard, you can understand that this was stupid as fuck, bro. You always have to put your values first and put your goals first. I remember I always would sit still at school like this. Even if it wasn't comfortable, I always sat like this at school. You know why? To please the teacher, because the teachers like when students sit like this. And yeah, I would do everything. I would sacrifice my sleep, I would sacrifice my happiness to get those fucking grades. And actually, I did get those grades. I was the best student of all at school. And sometimes the teachers even called me the star of school. Wow, I'm the star of school. Now I'm looking at that version of myself. Bro, you were just a faggot. You're sitting with your legs crossed like that. You're just a bitch. And because I was a bitch, I was bullied at school. I had very bad relationships with my classmates for the first 7 grades of my school. And I was terribly bullied at school. And what do you think was my response to the bullying? I would tell my mother, I would tell my grandma, they would call my teachers and the parents of the students who bullied me and were speaking to them. And what do you think has happened? It has led to even more bullying, because only bitches ask their mother to solve the problem when their son has problems in school. Now I understand that. Actually, my father had to teach me how to fight and teach me how to fight those motherfuckers. Yes, probably some teachers would be angry at me if I broke a nose to some motherfucker, but they wouldn't drop me out of school because I made the name of the school. I was the star of school and they wouldn't drop me out. Yeah, I did some sports. I practiced acrobatics for 10 years and I achieved pretty good results in acrobatics. I had 20 medals or so, most of those were golden. So I did pretty well at sports. I always did well at sports, but inside I was just a bitch, man. Inside I was a weak, broken man. Now, what about girls? Of course, when I was a bitch, I couldn't get girls. I wasn't even trying to get girls. I have convinced myself that I actually don't need girls at all. Girls are just a waste of time. You know, bro, the people who say the girls are a waste of time are faggots. I don't give a fuck how strong you are physically. If you say the girls are a waste of time, if you say you don't want girls, you're a gay. And I disrespect you. So I said I don't want girls. I'm fulfilled by myself. Guess what? Was the first thing I would do every time I came home after school. Yes, you're right. I was doing it, bro. 2 hours. For 2 hours, every time I came home after school, I would etch on the pictures of naked women, which I have found in the books about great artists. At that time, I used to, I was kinda an artist. I used to paint pictures and That's why I had a lot of books about great artists and pictures, and you know, there were a lot of pictures with naked women. Now let's talk how I actually stopped being a bitch and became more like a man. So I was 17 years old and it was the last day of school. I was waiting for my bus back to home on the bus stop, and I saw the guy who was kissing a girl who I saw a lot of times on the same bus stop, and I was always fantasizing about her in my head. Basically, I wanted to fuck her. And now I was seeing her kissing with some guy. The guy was probably younger than me, and what I have seen has pissed me off so much. I became so angry. I was literally crying in the bus back to home. But this situation has changed me a lot. From this moment on, I no longer thought that I don't need girls, I'm fulfilled by myself. I actually started caring and getting girls and finally lost my virginity. At that time, I discovered self-improvement for the first time. It was the first time I started actually training by myself. I started working out at home. I used to do 600 push-ups per day, and this was the first time somebody told me what it is to be a man. For the first time, I discovered masculinity. I discovered the concept of attracting girls, the red pill, and actually what the girls want. Like, it took me time to understand the female nature myself, but I stepped on the right path. I was 17 and a half years old when I discovered how much of a retard I was. I would receive tons of brutal, painful hits of reality every single day because I would consume self-improvement content for hours. This was 2 years ago. Like 2 years ago, I was a faggot. I had no girls. I would avoid girls because I thought I'm happy by myself. I had no friends because I thought having friends is bad. I don't know why I thought that. And let's see what my life looks now. Let me prove to you that I'm not a gay anymore. So let's start with my physique. Look, bro, this is what my physique looks right now. Fucking microphone, bro. I almost lost it. Yeah. This is my physique right now. Look at this, bro. I'm a fucking man. I've been going to the gym for the past year and this is the progress I've made. It's a huge difference, bro. Basically, my physique, even 1 year ago, used to look like a physique of a bitch. Like a physique of a little, gay, weak man. Also, I train kickboxing 3 times per week. I fucking love kickboxing, bro. First, I really like it because the trainings are harsh. We do a lot of cardio and it's fucking painful, bro, but I enjoy it. And also, I love kickboxing, especially when they give you a nice opponent for the sparring. An opponent who is a strong man, who is not a bitch, and fighting itself is so funny. 1 year ago, I had no girls in my life because I was a bitch and I didn't speak to girls. I tried to avoid conversations with girls because I was afraid that they won't like the way I talk to them and they will reject me. I had so much of social anxiety and fear of rejection. And how I actually could overcome the fear of rejection? Through pain, bro, through pain. I had to go through a lot of uncomfortable situations with girls. I had to get out of my comfort zone and face those uncomfortable situations. And finally, after speaking to a lot of girls, like maybe 20 girls, most of those times were unsuccessful, I could actually fuck the shit out of the girl. And since the moment I fucked the girl for the first time, I'll no longer have problems with girls. Like basically, bro, if you If me and you go out together and we both go cold approaching girls, if you see me speaking to girls, you'll be so surprised how confident I am, and basically how a lot of girls will like to get with me. I'm very proud for myself. I'm proud that in 2 years I could make the transformation from a gay to a bad boy, to an alpha male who has no problems in getting girls. By the way, if you want my personal help on how to become a bad boy, how to stop being a gay and become an alpha male, I'll help you for free. You just have to book a free one-on-one call with me, clicking the link down below. Thank you for watching the video, bro. Subscribe to the channel, drop me a like, drop a comment, and see you in the next video. Stay bad.